It is WD Comments, where I make the comments around here unless you want to. I'm just so excited to be back because it's been a long time coming, but we are here now. This video is about a pretty amazing project called Film Kai, or Kai Film, and I'm glad that you guys get a chance to watch this. Without further ado, yes, I'm back. Make sure to subscribe for more future content, and make sure to like this video and comment, because here at WD Comments, we comment. So of course, I would like you to comment your thoughts and ideas, and I will see you guys soon. For many musicians, there are ways of going about music video direction. Each have their own flair and vision depending on the creative backing it. Within the music industry, visual teasers and music videos are not dissimilar, as we've seen them launch into near cinematic experiences to prepare you for the project's overall mood. Here, we'll be diving into an audiovisual experience crafted to tease the eponymous debut of Kai. Kai, for those of you who aren't familiar, is a Korean pop soloist and 1/9 of iconic K-pop group EXO. Released on November 26, 2020, was an album visualizer launched to promote anticipation for Kai's solo debut after 9 years in the industry. This roughly 7-minute showcase titled Kai Film is a project filled with many moving parts. Therefore, I decided to give this appreciation by breaking it down as best as I can. Here, I will explain the well-planned crafting of this visual through 3 core elements, such as cinematography, fashion, and sound. Cinematography. The opening 21-second intro piece, opening up with an upside down zoom in on bathtub, a bird's eye view shot, a second upside down medium shot of the bathtub, an inferior shot inside a glass room, shaky camera shot with an out of focus Kai, close up with a wide shot of a soundstage. These shots establish the world of Kai Film so swiftly but accurately. The choice of each shot is already without question meticulous and strategic. What is already noticeable is the seducing of the world through these 21 seconds, creating a reason to stay because the director already knows they have barely that much time to get you to want to stick around, while in the same breath establishing Kai as a character in terms of his mood, journey, and using these shots and cuts. Without question, we could stop here, but then you miss out on the journey. Hello Stranger is the first stop, picking up from that previous bird's eye view shot into a dazed and glossy-eyed Kai. The following shots give a layout of a party for one or a hollow romantic evening. While briefly establishing the scenery, the camera is translating the mood of Kai himself. Rapid thoughts and wandering are brought out in the dizziness of the camera movement, down to the panning from the projection that reveals 2 Kais preparing to dance. Then comes the dizzying but necessary trucking of the camera, its constant circling around him, parallel to the delicate yet firm choreography, gives the audience a taste of Kai's expression of wonder. Even without knowing the song's lyrics, the camera makes a good first impression of mood, not to mention the concept using Kai's ability of teleportation as previously done through many of EXO's music videos. Reason. The opening 6-shot sequence before the music starts seems to feel out of place after the previous scene. It sets up Kai in a fine dining landscape among multiple tables. Kai seemingly wants to enter one of these conversations and be involved, as we see in the close-up shot with the man out of focus. What stands out immediately is the shallow depth of field, forcing the focus on Kai with purposeful blurriness of the background. The main eye candy here is the glass set that's in the middle of the restaurant. Based on the behind the scenes, it was a sealed off set with an inner ceiling lighting. The camera movement is nearly as choreographed as the performance itself. Keep in mind, Kai is guiding us through the moods in the world itself. In comes the transition to Amnesia. Kai mentioned in a commentary reaction video that the train tracks represented to him looking back on his past and heading towards his future. Amnesia is framed in this way of feeling in between with uncertainty. Many of the first frames are a sequence of shallow depth of field shots or out of focus shots. The allure in this scene is Kai's dance movement. The lighting is pretty straightforward and simply having the trucking camera movement to capture the dancing. This huge spotlight in a pitch black set feels like the inside of someone's mind. It could be an expression of what Kai's feeling in his own mind. Although nothing much to refer to other than the editing of the green screen to each frame inside another, the scenes reflect the journey of Kai himself as a transition. This was done in the previous transition from Reason to Amnesia. Nothing on Me. This is probably my favorite out of them due to the use of lighting alone. Kai mentioned that before he believes the opening scene shot at dusk was a fantastic idea. And I agree, due to the way the lighting and scenery complements the dramatic performance. The camera is doing more tracking than it has the entire time. Plenty of low and inferior angles and movement are used. Even the camera capturing the presence of another figure, controlling Kai through a multi-mirror shot a few moments before they're even introduced was a nice foreshadow. It's not till a moment later that the figure is seen puppeteering Kai through the mirror. The intention seems to feel like a struggle to freedom. The camera is inferior most throughout the first sequences, showing a vulnerability of sorts while also dancing and giving into control. Once the next scene enters, a few expressive wide shots are used. My thought is the choreography and camera are conveying this freedom of choice and want to give into something or someone. Ride or die. The true opening moment of this scene starts as the use of a camera dolly pulls back from Kai before he starts dancing. This set is obviously a soundstage with a plethora of spotlights similar to that of Chloe and Halle's Do It music video scene. There's sort of this neat homage to Michael Jackson in the vein of a single or many spotlights in just the choreography. The three defining traits of this scene is the bird's eye view shots, the camera crane use, and the spotlight movement. Overall, this feels like the taking of control and resolve we needed after this journey. Fashion. Kai is a brand ambassador of Gucci, therefore, it only makes sense for him to be wearing a lot of it, although granted, not every piece he's wearing throughout is Gucci. Moreover, I'm sure with the solid 8 costume changes in this film, there was bound to be some wiggle room outside of ambassadorship. What shows up are brands like Nike, ALYX9SM, Balenciaga, and Marine Serre. But what makes Kai film isn't the brands worn, but the range. Kai's taste has been defined as sophisticated and tasteful, but he's expressed it's simply intuitive and expressive, ranging from unbuttoned shirt with the suspenders and turtleneck with a blazer wearing paint spattered jeans, the denim cross patch jeans, and a woman's headscarf. The color range for these outfits are very particular for each scene, as Kai tries to emote through the clothes what is the mood. In Reason, his luxurious teal blazer with the black turtleneck outfit is completed with a jade ring and smaller gold ring. It's an expression of wealth to emphasize his environment. The same goes for Ride or Die with its top hat, gray striped vest, and black tie and necklace and bracelet outfit. This is a look of sophistication and confidence. The clothing choices are brilliant in each set, considering that they help Kai with the direction of each scene. One thing that ties all of the aforementioned components together is sound. Kai film makes everything feel immersive due to the choice of sound effects and of course music. Referring back to the first 21 seconds, it's clever how they aid in the setup of Kai film with simple sounds like a running shower, sirens, clattering silverware, wind, and light fixture movements. If the visuals are the head, then these sounds and soundtrack are the neck that turn it. The soundtrack is definitely a necessity given that it's what's being brought to life. I'm not going to do a full review on the project simply because of the fact that that's not the purpose of this video. However, from the influence of Usher and Chris Brown in a song like Reason and to the familiar Weeknd-esque alt R&B sound in a song like Nothing on Me. The music is the blood coursing through this film, and rightfully it deserves to be shown and appreciated. Kai film is the biggest teaser of its time. Out of all the teasers and even music videos coming out of Korea in 2020, there was none like it. Even today, with its mood setup and display of charm, it stands as its own one-of-a-kind thing. The weaving of choreography, camera angles, lighting, and fashion is worth the time. It's an experience of its own merit that you can hold on to when you think of Kai the artist. Although personally, I think Kai's EP showed him as not center stage, but a component of the journey. Here, I think you can see it in full force, how he's a muse in his own right, bringing to life a vision that no one can degrade.